Hello, viewers. It's been a long time coming, 3 months and counting, and I'm back on Perfect Sports, Rockland House TV. I hope you missed me. I missed everyone, so I missed shooting, I missed sports, I missed a lot of things. Due to the deadly virus, the coronavirus, the COVID-19, they call it virus, that ravaged the entire world and put an end to so many things. Recently, some things have resumed, though a lot of things are on lockdown. Over the break, the 3 months break, we had sporting activities suspended, and some have resumed recently, like the Serie A, the La Liga, the English Premier League, and the Bundesliga. And over the break, we saw the League One being suspended and cancelled, and PSG emerged champion. Same thing happened to the Dutch Eredivisie. But we are back, and over the break also, Bayern Munich were crowned champions of the Bundesliga, the German league, for 29th consecutive time, and they stand to be ahead of all other rivals in that particular division, that particular league. And to the Premier League, Liverpool, after a 30-year wait for the first ever Premier League title, came back bouncing this season after a wonderful outing last season, winning the Champions League. They came back this season with a boomer, topping the table with over 20-point gap, and finally they have been crowned Premier League champions, elect actually, because they are still waiting to be crowned officially on the final day. But they are crowned champions after beating Man City to the top spot. And back in and over to the La Liga, Santander, we have Real Madrid and Barcelona battling on the top, who becomes champion. And in the Serie A, we have Juventus. Juventus have been on top for couple of months now, and are don't looking like they are going to end their streak. So for today, we've got some breaking news and results over the weekend for you. Stay tuned and enjoy. Now, breaking news: we have that Pellegrini, former City coach, former Real Madrid coach, has been announced to take over Real Betis next season. The Argentine has been out of job since being sacked by West Ham back in December. But news coming to us that he has been called up to take over Real Betis, the Spanish outfit, for the 2020 and 2021 season. We hope to see the best of him. And another news from Spain, we have that Real Madrid sensation Vinicius has missed training because of pending coronavirus test. The test came out complicated, so he has been asked to stay aside while the team trained today. The team trained today, but he was not among the whole party, so he's waiting to get a confirmed result. We just hope that he's safe, he's fine, because a lot of players contracted the virus over the break, and gratefully they have recovered. The likes of Arteta, Arsenal coach, the likes of Razini, and a whole lot of them, but they are back, and I hope that Vinicius will be fine and whole. Now to the results over the weekend. A whole lot has happened for the past 3 weeks. Footballing activities every single day, and it's been heating up in England. Everyone is fighting for the top spots, the top four, and the relegation battle is also heating up. Same thing goes to Spain, and same thing in the Serie A. And in England over the weekend, we saw Norwich City losing at home to Brighton and Hove. And funny enough, they are rock bottom in the league table, and it seems relegation they are destined to be relegated. They have tried. They came out from championship last season, and they played beautiful football at the beginning of the season with Pukki, their talisman, scoring a lot of goals. Godfrey and Aaron, some good players in that team. They were banging, but it seems it's too much for them to bear. And right now they're at the bottom of the league, and that was keeps increasing every single day. They lost over the weekend to Brighton and Hove at home. And we move over to Leicester City beats Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are since ever the restart, they haven't won a single game, and their woes continue as they lost 3-0 to third place. Then Leicester City currently fourth place. And I also have Manchester United coming back from the restart with a boomer, with the arrival of Bruno Fernandes in January and Paul Pogba coming back from injury. Marcus Rashford in the front line. They have been formidable. Coming back to the season, they have drawn their first match, winning their second match with convincing scorelines. Against Bournemouth, it seems they seem to continue in their old ways. But a resurging Manchester United saw Rashford, Greenwood, and the whole likes, hitting up to a 5-2 defeat of Bournemouth at Old Trafford. And also have Wolverhampton losing 2-0 to a resurging Arsenal. And the final game of the day, we saw Chelsea beating Watford 3-0. And over to the La Liga Santander, we saw Valencia beating Real Valladolid 2-1, and Celta Vigo drawing out the 1-1 with Real Atletico Madrid. Then on Sunday, we saw Burnley drawing out with Sheffield United, Newcastle United drawing 2-2 with West Ham, Liverpool continuing their form, beating Aston Villa 2-0, Southampton, a shocker there, beating Manchester City 1-0. Well, I think that result wasn't forthcoming. We saw a wonderful goal by Adams, a solo goal by Adams there to stun the 2019-2020 EPL champions there. And over to the Serie A, we saw Fiorentino drawing out there with Cagliari, Genoa and Napoli. The match ended 2-1 in favor of Napoli. We saw Atalanta beating Sampdoria 2-0, Bologna losing to Sassuolo 2-1, Roma edging past Parma 1-2-1, and Torino beating Brescia 1-0. Then, as of yesterday in the La Liga Santander, we saw Getafe losing to Villarreal 1-3, Real Betis beating Osasuna 3-0, Barcelona continue their fights for the top spots as they edge past rivals Espanyol 1-0. That match saw Ansu Fati and Lozano each getting a red card for both sides, and the solo goal by Luis Suarez gave them 3 points, 1 point behind league leaders Real Madrid with a game to spare for the leaders. And well, let's see how this turns out. It seems the fights will continue till the end of the season. And now in the English Premier League, we saw Chelsea going over to London to beat Crystal Palace 3-1, keeping their top four hopes alive amidst attacks and the resurging from those other teams: Arsenal, Wolves, Tottenham Hotspur, and even Leicester. So Chelsea, they edge, and currently they sit third in the English Premier League. Watford scored twice as they beat Norwich 2-1, still deepening the woes of Norwich. And the highlight of that game was Daniel Sturridge coming back to the Premier League to score a goal after almost 2 years, and it was a wonderful overhead kick. Some call it the bicycle kick, but it was really, really wonderful. A goal there to see. Arsenal drew 1-1 with Leicester, and on Wednesday we saw Manchester City trashing Newcastle 5-0 after losing 1-0 to Southampton away. It seems they gathered every anger in them, every iota of anger in them to unleash the beast on Newcastle. They're second on the league table, and it's still ongoing. So Sheffield beating Wolves 1-0, keeping their hopes for the Europa League alive the way it seems. And Burnley beating West Ham away from home 1-0. And champions Liverpool with a brace by Salah and a wonderful shot there by Captain Henderson. They sunk Brighton 3-1. And over to the weekend. This weekend we have fixtures. Okay, before that, in the Serie A, Juventus and AC Milan fought themselves, and we saw the fans' favorites, one of the world best, Cristiano Ronaldo, so-called the GOAT, facing Ibrahimovic, the self-acclaimed god. That match ended 4-2 in favor of AC Milan. It was a shocker because 3 goals were scored in the space of 5 minutes to restore parity and the leading line. From 2-0 down, they came out hunting Juventus, and that would have looked like a dent on the title hopes. But on the other hand, Lecce, they call it, stunned second place Lazio as they beaten 2-1 over at their own home. So the gap in the Serie A still stands 4 points, with Juventus stopping with 4 points and Lazio following suit. And over to the weekend, we have some yummy fixtures coming up. First, in the English Premier League, Norwich City are inviting West Ham at home. Watford are hosting Newcastle United. Liverpool play Burnley. Sheffield United host Chelsea. And lastly, we see Brighton and Hove play Manchester City. And in the La Liga Santander, we see Osasuna playing out Celta Vigo, Real Valladolid hosting Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid hosting Real Betis. And on Sunday, Wolverhampton are welcoming Everton to their own home. Aston Villa are playing Crystal Palace. Tottenham Hotspur are hosting Arsenal, 2 London clubs, 2 rivals. Let's see who comes out to that one. And AFC Bournemouth playing Leicester City. And on Monday, we'll see Manchester United playing host to Southampton. That's it on Perfect Sport today. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rockland House TV. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, Rockland House TV. Enjoy the weekend. Have fun.